And today we're going to talk about the power of your word. Does your word mean anything? When you give your word, do people know that it is worthwhile, that is respected? And as you can see, I brought along my friend. This is Toby. Toby's my sidekick, my companion. He loves to be with me. And today, because I'm talking about word, I thought I'd bring him because he's always yelling something. And that's the problem. Don't understand a word he says, he just yells. And that's what most people do. Most people are simply yelling out things. Their words absolutely mean nothing, or they're not putting words into the universe that are going to attract to them something that they desire. So words have a couple things. Number one, your words tell the universe exactly who you are, because the summation of your words is what gets created as your life. Also, the words that you speak to others, tell others, do they believe you? Can they take you and trust you for your word? Are you trustworthy with your word? But even more importantly, your word is an indication to yourself how worthy you are. So when you speak words, you're really creating a mental atmosphere for you. Your words are all about you. They're not about anyone else. You may think you're lying. You may think you're deceiving, but that's not the case. You're not deceiving anyone, because this infinite power that exists everywhere at the same time, it knows everything you are speaking. It knows why you are speaking it. And so that's why I tell people, be careful what you say. You may say, well, they didn't hear that. Yeah, but it's going out into the world. And what you put out into the world comes back at you. I enjoy my morning coffee. And just so that you get a kick out of it, you'll see this. Toby loves his morning coffee as well. Jordan goes, is it really a choice? I now have to listen to Jimmy Buffett all day. Nothing wrong with a little Jimmy Buffett. The thing I like about Jimmy Buffett is that there's an energy that he has, and it's an energy of enjoyment of life. Now, granted, he sings a lot about margaritas and drinking booze, but you don't have to do that to enjoy life. You can just be in the moment, be you. When we're talking about your word and what you're saying with your word, it's really fascinating, because your word is your energy. Your word is your song. Your word is what attracts people to you or attracts people from you. Your word, at the end of the day, is what you're grateful for or not grateful for. Here's a key thing. Can you be grateful for everything? Because everything in your life is making you better. Everything is an opportunity for you to reclaim your power, to see life differently. Everything. Yeah, you heard me say everything. Well, does that mean my partner that I divorced? Yes. Does that mean my parents who were not so good to me? Yes. Does that mean my ex-boyfriend or girlfriend? Yes. Does that mean my kids who are not living up to my expectations? Yes. Remember what I say. You are not responsible for what happens to you, but you are responsible for how you respond to it. No one can make you respond in a certain way. And remember, most of your responses are programmed. They're automated in you. They've been automated you from the time that you were born. And so now, here we are mature thinkers. We have the ability to think, and we've got to reinstall new software. That's it. We've got to reinstall new software. Software that serves us, that aligns us. If you haven't heard, and you probably have, oops, let me do it on this side, Toby. I did a book, The Power in You. It's been out about 3 weeks now. It's available on Amazon. I'm going to be doing a workshop on this book, about an hour and a half workshop. And it'll be on February the 19th. It's a Saturday. That will be 9:30 my time, Central Time. If you want to sign up for that workshop, it is a free workshop. The workshop you can go to agapespiritualcenter.com. Agape, A-G-A-P-E, spiritualcenter.com. And you can sign up for it. I think you'll get a taste of what the book is like. In fact, if you really want to get into it, get the book first. Be ready for the workshop. And if you really want to go deep, at the end of March, I'm going to be offering a 7-week class on the book, because I think it's all about practical. It's all about, what do you do to take power back in your life? What do you do to exercise your power? One of the things is the power of your word. So I invite you today to, before you speak, realize that your words have power. Your words have power. And if you can embrace that possibility, my God, you're going to be so far ahead above anyone else. Heidi, thank you for the compliment. Heidi, if you really like the book, or anyone out there, if you really like the book and you've read it, only if you've read it and only if you really liked it, go to Amazon and please give me a 5-star review. I would love that, because that helps me sell more books. And what it really means is, when I sell more books, I get the message to more and more people. So if you really like the book, go out there, buy some books and send it to people that you think might get benefit out of it. Recommend this YouTube podcast that I do every day at 8 o'clock, except on Sundays, I'm at 7:30. What else can I share with you today? I've got a few more minutes. So if you would want to give me some topics or things that are going on with you, I would love to talk about them. I want this to be a two-way thing where we share, we communicate with each other. So if something's going on, don't be shy. Just put it out there and we'll address it together. I love that. So as I'm waiting for someone to come in, I'll let the bird have a little coffee so that he can wake up and feel better. It's amazing how I've had this parrot 39 years. And everything I eat is what it eats. And it is my shadow. It is my shadow. So Kimmy says, how can I trust myself? You start today. You forget about whatever you've done in the past, and you literally start today by saying, I'm going to speak my word, and I'm going to be honest when I speak my word to myself and others. And I am now building the process of trust in my life. Because if you don't trust yourself right now, realize it's a process of building. And you can start right in this moment. And if you fall, get back up and start again. And as you go 30 days, you've got 30 days of trust. As you go 60 days, you got 60 days of trust. It'll get to the point where you never think about it again, and you automatically trust yourself. Yeah, Anita, that's not an easy thing when you're dealing with family members that are aging and they don't want to admit they need help. I know. My father was that way. He was an alcoholic. He had dementia, other health issues. He didn't want to give up his license. He needed to. One day he got into 2 accidents, small ones, and the same police officer was at both of them, and he took his license. And when he took his license, that meant that he could no longer live in his house, that we had to move him into a retirement community. That was a gift from God. Because once I got him to move into the retirement community, then I knew he would have meals and all of that type of thing. And then as I was his guardian. And so I had to make some very tough decisions that maybe he didn't want me to make. But in the end, you know what? I wish he'd have gone into the I wish I'd have decided to get him into the retirement community 2 years earlier. Because what happened was he made friends. he was able to have meals with people instead of being on his own. And then he could be looked after. So if something happened, there were people there. Because he lived in Maui and I live in Texas. Yeah, they're blessings in disguise. There's no question. Kathy says, I read self-respect as the reputation you have with yourself. Without a doubt. The respect that you have for yourself radiates out from you. And people read that energy. It doesn't matter what you say. I'm talking about your word, and now I just said it doesn't matter what you say, but it's really who you are. People really get who you are. That's the word. That's the word. So, I don't have much more to say today. It's a nice cold day here. It's about 18 degrees. There's ice on the ground. Can't go anywhere. So I'm going to sit and do some more spiritual work. I'll read some spiritual books. I'll put my talk together for next week's talk. I do what I love. Can you do that? And when I give you my word that I do what I love, trust me, everything I do, I wouldn't be doing this right now with you if I didn't really love it. I don't do this to please you. I do this to please me. I'm doing what I love to do. I invite you to try to do the same. So go create a great day, everyone. Know that I love you. Hit that like button if you're on Facebook. Hit that like button on YouTube. Give me a good review on YouTube. Do something. Give, because there's a circle of energy. And if you like Toby, tell me you like Toby. Sometimes I bring guests in. Lately, I've been bringing my guests. The last time I brought a guest in was a while ago, and that was my granddaughter, Claire, when she was 3. So when I see her next, I'll bring her back again. So everyone, have a great day. I love you just like you are. Until next time, aloha.